Hello everybody and welcome to another episode from my medieval realm. I'm Fixxitt and we are here with some changes. Look behind me and what you'll see a very vanilla-like oak texture. It's not quite vanilla, it's very close to it, but I decided it's time to move away from the really dark oak that we had before, because the problem is it is dark oak and there is dark oak in the game and they're really similar. They're really similar. So it's something that I want to sort of journey away from, you know, and see if I can get used to this much lighter shade of oak. Let's take a look at town. Can I do this? Yeah. Let's take a look at town with this new texture. It's going to be a lot lighter. A lot lighter. You know, a couple things are apparent that if you look at the difference between, say, all the oak now and the spruce that Ulrich built his mansion out of on the roof there's a big difference, where before it was a very slight difference. Spruce was darker. Now it's, well, vanilla spruce or very close to it. So look, it's going to take some getting used to for me. It does, you know, it's probably not my cup of tea, but I was looking ahead at some other towns and some other cities and some other builds and civilizations and kingdoms that we want to do. And the problem is there was almost no difference between them. And that's a real problem if you want to differentiate your places. So yeah, so I decided to change the oak to a similar vanilla. I'm going to doctor it a little bit. This is not completely done, but the idea is that it's going to be pretty close to vanilla, and we're just going to go with that and see how it is. Now, what am I doing with the wall? Well, here's how far we've gotten on the wall, and clearly I'm just laying stone. Now you can see the variations of stone. There is some slight variation. If you look, well, I don't know if that's helpful or not, but you can see that there is some variations. Like, it's very slight, but there are some. So that's nice. They don't rotate, unfortunately, because I want this to be compatible with Forge as well. And the Forge rotation code seems to be a little bit different. But so, the other thing I was thinking about, okay, so I was looking at this wall. The wall started right here on this line. What is this? This is, yeah, this is the Z axis, right? So if I continue down this line, then if I went completely straight, it would get to here, and I would actually like it to be more like here. So instead of do a little kind of L shape to get around that, what I decided to do is I decided to bend the wall. This is not my idea. I've seen it done before. To give credit where credit's due, I think that B-Dubs did this in his spawn wall. And it's something I've never done before. I've never bent something like this, like almost straight line, but not quite. And it's something I want to try. Now, let's give this a shot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gotta go. 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, and then I'm just going to keep coming out. And I'm just going to keep coming out. I'm just going to keep on bending it. And just see if I like it. Now, I don't want to go any more than one block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Uh-oh. 9. Fixable. That's fixable. No problem. I'm just going to throw this there. I will just move this. I kind of like the bend there, but we'll have to move it a little bit more. Now, here's what I'm going to do. Now, what I'm going to do instead is figure out where I want this to be, because this one is going to turn, right? Yeah, this one's going to turn. Okay, so no big deal, but what I think we'll do is we'll come in just one more, and I think I'll put it right about... Oh, no, hold on. Now, this is going to be the outside of the wall, right? So I better go here. Okay, let's go here. So this is going to be the outside of the wall. Now, what we'll do first is let's break these down and try this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Uh-oh. Yeah, I'm gonna have a problem. This is gonna have to go further for sure. Further out. I mean, I just don't have enough room. So it'll have to go right about here. That's okay. I don't mind building in the water a little bit. I think that'll be just fine. This probably could go. So let's go this. 1, 2, 3. 3. Nice. Oh, no. 4, 5, 6. 7, 8, 9. There we go. And then what we'll do is we're here, and then I'm going to have to bend this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ow, 8, 9. That's a really small gate. That's a 1 block wide gate. That's not good. Okay, so what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to make this a little bit shorter by... Or we could go out in the water. You know what? I'd rather go out in the water, actually. I would rather go out in the water and keep the pattern consistent. So let's do that. And let's go out by 3 blocks. Okay? 3 blocks. So this is where it was. 1, 2, 3. Let's go right there. Ooh, nice clay. I have a plan that I'm going to need a ton, like a crap ton of clay. So it's not anything pressing as of yet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, yeah. It's not anything pressing as of yet, but if you guys are watching The Realm, which, you know, you usually do, you guys are really, really good about coming and seeing what we're kind of up to next, then if you get a chance, if you see clay, don't sleep on it. We need it. So, this is going to go here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And that's going to be the gate, okay? That will actually work out okay. So that'll be right there, and that'll be right there. Perfect. That is perfect. That's perfect. That's a nice gate. Let's just do this. This is in no way finished, but it'll just be a good sort of idea of where this gate's going to be. The gate will be something truly marvelous for a town. I mean, it's not a city gate, it's a town gate, but, you know, the idea will be solid. So all this can go away. I now have this marked out and don't need it anymore. So let me work out a little bit more of this stuff, and then I'll come back once I get a little bit more of everything done here. All right, so I'm back. It's the following day. I did a lot. Let me see here and show you what I did. Let's see. Yeah, I wrapped the wall the whole way around here. No, it's not all the 2 layers thick. Some of it's just 1 layer going around, but the wall is now fairly complete. Now, Ulrich had a great idea remember like 2 minutes ago for you, I showed you over on the other side of the first wall that we designed, which is much more complicated. Well, Ulrich had the idea of doing that over on this side, which actually makes a lot of sense. However, there's not that much room over here. So what I think I'm going to do is I think it's time to address Howard's tower here. Howard's still on a Minecraft break. And, you know, sometimes in life, these Minecraft breaks go, well, forever. Sometimes that's just all of them. So I think it's time, you know, that we sort of address this tower and look at it. It's a bit of a square. It's very much just a square. I don't want to take it down, though. And the reason I don't want to take it down is because I have a kind of rule on the world. And this isn't a hard and fast rule, but it's a rule that I'm trying to adhere to. Of if someone builds something, then it stays. Now, you can alter it. You can change it. You can improve it. You can, in this case, you can destroy it, kind of, but it's got to stay. That's just a general rule, and like all rules, you know, it'll be broken from time to time, I'm sure. But so I do want to keep this, even though this isn't necessarily completely my style of build. I do want to keep it, and I want to keep it because it's part of the history of this world. So speaking of that, let's make it history, and let's make it old, like really old. As in, like, I'm going to keep a lot of this in this state of repair or disrepair as it is. And what we're going to do is we're going to say this tower, and we addressed this a long time ago in the world, but this tower is very old, like thousands of years old, and it had been destroyed in a war before even the Great War or something, or maybe time just got to it, I don't know. But when people were looking for a place to live, they decided to set up camp here because the tower gave them shelter, and then sort of Kalahol just grew from that. So it makes a lot of sense. Also, in addition, there's a market down there, so what we can do is we can have some of the market kind of overflowed up here, because if this tower were here, that's probably what they would do. Now, how do you make a big square into ruins? Well, here's what I did so far. So this column was just like that one, just not quite as tall. So I took and I I broke it up, put a bunch of stairs and stuff. In fact, actually, I kind of think maybe I want to stair there. And then made a pile of rubble down here because that kind of fell from there over to here. And then added some overgrowth. I think I'll add more and some vines and stuff like that here. But with this leaf texture, it looks really nice. As far as it makes it really look like overgrowth. So I think we can do that. And I think we could use some coarse dirt with maybe grass planted on top to really sell that. And I think that's what we're going to do for a lot of this tower. Now, over here, over on this side, where am I? I fell. Over on this side. Oh, I did see that, Ulrich. I did see you can go inside the wall with the bed and stuff. I saw it after I made yet another bed, about my 40th bed in Kalahal. But over on this side, what we're going to do is we're going to start the walls that match the other side, the 3 walls, but then make it broken down and see how this landscape drops off. The idea is going to be this wall is new. This wall is made by the people of Kalahal. That wall, the wall that doesn't exist yet, is going to have been made by the ancient people, whoever used to live here. So that wall is going to end sort of where this is, and then it'll look like maybe, who knows, maybe an earthquake happened and broke off this piece of land. We can make that look really good with some creativity and really make it look like it's weathered and beaten down and stuff like that. Kind of like this one. My mic oh, I hit my mic. Darn it, I hate that, man. I'll be right back. Well, I can tell you right now that I'm not looking forward to this project all that much. I think the payoff is gonna be really nice, but yeah, this is gonna be a bit of a pain. I'm going to have to go up to this tower because it's so flat. So what I'm going to have to probably do is add detail to the tower first and then come back and destroy it. I don't think that there's a better way to do it. So I think what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to do arches first. So, man, yeah, this is going to be a bit of a pain. So we'll go up 2... How about one more? And then just across here. I don't know that that's going to be any easier if we make it circular, Ulrich. Ulrich's on voice, by the way, so there's no delay. So he can hear what I'm saying as I record. I mean, I got no problem with making it circular as far as it goes, but I can't see that like necessarily helping with our sort of problem, which is going to be, I think we're going to have to almost finish the project and then destroy it. I can't figure a way around that. So I guess let's get started finishing this project. So, what we'll do here is, this is totally the wrong place. Totally the wrong place. Not that that can't work. In fact, I'm going to leave that one right there. And yeah, we'll come up here. Yep. So I added a little rubble there. I think we'll have a lot of little rubble sort of areas on the ground. I think what we'll do is we'll make it like the below it is a kind of an established marketplace, but then I think inside the tower, like in the ruins of the tower, it can be more of a hastily thrown together marketplace. Is that even? I guess it almost doesn't matter, but yeah, it kind of does matter, doesn't it? Yeah, it's not even. It's not even. I have some ender pearls in here, I think. Yeah, okay, cool. All right, let's try this again. This has got to be here, and what we'll do is we'll just bring this up just a little bit more, just on this side. And maybe out just a hair. Like this used to be an overhang way back. And unfortunately, I don't have stairs and stuff like that. So what I think we'll do is we'll break off some of this glass and make there be some holes, but then add some glass to some of these, but not all. And then we'll use like maybe oak planks or something over top of it. Not over top, but like it to fill the holes, like as if. Or we could even use trapdoors, but you know what I mean? Because if there's like markets in here, maybe people would just cover these holes and put markets up on top of it. So I'm kind of thinking we'll use this as like a ruined tower, but then in addition, it can be like still used for what the modern people of Kalahal would do now. You know what I mean? I think that could be kind of cool, kind of fun. Let's take a look at this. Okay, yeah, that's pretty good. Now we'll just need, and we'll have to probably use a lot of cobblestone. What do you think of that tower? That one I destroyed. That was obviously not destroyed before. And that one I'm thinking, I just destroyed a little bit up at the top, and I'm thinking keep that one kind of whole. It's going to be, and then we need overgrowth, obviously. Like, we'll put overgrowth over everything. This whole tower can be overgrown. That, I'm looking at you. That's your department. You're the garden master. Okay, so, yeah, I'm thinking just like, especially a lot of overgrowth around the ruins, and then maybe less so, like this tower's not ruined too bad, so maybe less on that, but then like over this one that's like clearly been seen better days, we'll do a lot, and then we'll put around here where this stuff fell, coarse dirt, so, and maybe some gravel, but especially coarse dirt. Yeah, so have at it, kind of do what you think. I'm going to jump off here and take a, cut recording and see what I can come up with, and then I'll come back and I'll show you guys some results. Alright guys, I'm back after nearly getting killed by a zombie and talking to Captain Doey and Ulrich for quite a while about different things, about lore and all that kind of stuff that we want to add to this world that's just growing like crazy. And here is so far what we've come up with in the in the tower. Ulrich's lost in a cave. Don't mind him. I want to go into spectator mode here and fly up and give you a sneak peek. So here's where we're at now. This is all covered in oak. I think that's going to be a nice idea. I think we'll do that down here in the bottom, make it covered in oak so it looks like maybe it's been around. We'll have to add some temporary floors and that kind of stuff. But what I'm doing here is there's a spire that has fallen down, and we're going to build it. I probably need to go harvest a whole ton of clay, though. So we're going to get that side. And then over here, we'll do the little bit of a spire going up here. I think that'll help fill in some of these blanks as well. Now, I don't know what we're going to do for clay, so we'll have to find something. But so the lore, let's talk about lore here. This tower is thousands of years old. That's kind of the idea. Now, the walls were originally going to be very new. That was the idea. The walls were going to be done by the people who live here. But we've changed our idea of that. And instead, the walls that we're currently building, which I believe I showed you in the last clip, like late last night. I honestly can't remember. I was up very, very late last night. I was up to almost 3 a.m. just building walls. And they're not all done, but over there I worked some on this side. It needs some more stuff, but definitely is going to need more cobble. I definitely need to go in and be largely changed to smooth stone, but then with brick addition, that's going to help a lot, because right now it all being stone brick is no good. And like this stairway needs to be something a little bit more permanent, better. But I mean, so there's a lot of work yet to do, but the ruins are starting to come along. Now the walls, like I said before I got distracted by my own self, the walls are very old as well. They're thousands of years old. Now, this world has not been at war for a long time, since the Great War. So as the wall falls into disrepair, people probably would not fix the wall in a crazy great fashion. They wouldn't rebuild the wall because they're not protecting themselves from hordes of zombie pigmen. They're really protecting themselves largely against just like wolves and predators and that kind of stuff, creepers, etc. So we're going to have some places in the wall that are just patched by like oak, because it's just to keep out mobs, basically. And I think that's going to look really cool along the side of the wall too. I think I showed you the wall design, but let me peek at it here. Not the one that we spent hours and hours and hours doing, but the newer, much simpler version where we can I just glide? Yeah, I can just glide over here. Cool. So this is going to be a lot easier to copy, and basically it's going to be kind of random. We'll just do a random bit. Yeah, here, I just did this one. So this is kind of what I'm thinking. We'll just do a random bit like this. Weird. I did not think that was there. Oh, you know what? Ha ha. That's what that's supposed to be. I had to put that brick there so I could then put up a button or something. I think is what I was trying to do. So let's do this. throw a button in. Yeah, something along those lines. And it can be kind of random. Like we can put these two fences, kind of the two fence posts wherever we want. We can put this thing kind of wherever we want. We can put iron bars. Like if I wanted to put an iron gate down here, I could just do that. I only have one. I wish I had one more. Yeah, I don't, but I wish I had one more. So anyway, I think that's going to work out really well for the wall, and it's going to be a pretty simple design because it's going to be nine wide. So across the top, you just have the stair and the regular stone. You have this little dip, one slab, this little dip, and then the stair and the stone again. That's it. Easy to copy. And then over top, you got some upside down stairs and just bricks right there. So super easy to do, and it's going to be a nice passageway and easy to walk along. So that's kind of all you can ask for from a wall, right? Now, we had talked about if we want an aqueduct in this town. Captain Dowie mentioned it. I know Ulrich had mentioned doing an aqueduct in Sandrasku. My idea is we are realistically only going to build one aqueduct in this whole world. I mean, come on. Maybe another one way down the road, but we're not going to do one in every town. So I think I would rather save that for something a little bit more magical, almost like maybe a forest, something like that. But the other thing is, where would the water from an aqueduct come from? There's no mountains anywhere even close. There's Extreme Hills Mountains that are hundreds of blocks away. So if we did a mountain, we'd have to do it from, if we did an aqueduct, we'd have to do it from the mountain, or we'd have to build a mountain, which is serious. Also, secondarily, these guys have access to rivers, and so does Sandrasku, and rivers are freshwater, so it's unnecessary. You know what I mean? Look at that! I see Ulrich running around on top of a building or something over there. What's he running on? Oh, the railroad bridge, right? Okay. Anyway, so that's kind of where we left it right now. What I'm going to do between episodes is I'm going to continue work on the wall, that's kind of like mindless work because it's just copying a pattern, which any of us can just jump on, and if we have half an hour, we could just go do some wall, no big deal. And the other part, which is a lot more creative, is going to be really roughing up this, like building more of the tower and then messing it all up, changing out a lot of the stone brick for smooth stone in the actual plane of the wall, and then adding in a lot of supports, that kind of stuff. A lot of windows, a lot of spires, a lot of depth, and man, that's going to be a real project. But it'll be worth it. It'll be worth it for sure. I think that there's no reason that there couldn't be like iron bars or glass in this too. Probably iron bars more than glass. See ya, zombie. See ya. So I died. I don't know if I told you guys. I can't even remember honestly if I told you. I died because of a glitch. It was not fair. It's not my fault. I found a white-coated zombie villager. If I told you all of this in this episode, I'm sorry. Time is becoming a blur. And I tried to trap him, and I trapped him. I just needed to break a dirt block and get through it, and then replace the dirt block behind me to trap him. And the dirt block ghost blocked out on me, and he hit me, and I couldn't break the block. I couldn't get past him, and I couldn't replace a block on that space because I was standing on it. So yeah, I died, and it's not my fault. It's not my fault. I'll just keep saying it until we all believe it. So anyway, so that's pretty much where we're at now. I feel really good about this project now. This tower had been, since Howard took a break from Minecraft, Howard T. Duck, I let it go because, it's his project. But now at this point, it's been months, and I kind of feel like we're getting close to kind of done with Kalal. So before we move on, this needs to have something done with it. And I don't know what his original vision was, but I figured this fits really well into the lore, so we should just go with it. So yeah, so that's what I'm going to work on. I'm going to work on probably roughing this up and building the wall between episodes. And I will see you guys next time. Captain Dowie and Ulrich, thank you for coming out, playing with me today, and really helping to keep me sane while I was doing some of this really mind-numbing work on this, trying to get this set up. And I'll see you everyone else next. Oh, let me get a screenshot. I almost forgot. I have to do a screenshot at the end. Okay. All right. I'll see everyone. Oh, that's nice. I'll get a screenshot of a big dumb grass block. Bye, everyone.